All right, man, let's talk about the NFL playoffs wild card weekend. 2019, obviously, this will be going down next year, 2020. Let's talk about the wild card weekend, and I'll give a prediction for the Super Bowl. Who gonna make it? Pretty good in the playoffs, suck in the regular season, but let's talk a little bit about it, man. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, and check out our NFL playlist for more videos like this. But yeah, you got. I think it's a way more interesting playoffs than last year. Last year, it was terrible. The whole playoffs. It didn't seem like it was a dominant team, and obviously, the Super Bowl proved that both teams were evenly matched. And New England just did enough to get the dub. But let's start off with the AFC. And after I get done breaking down each game, I kind of give a prediction through, and then a win. But every week I come back and review what happened, then I give my prediction later on in the week or Monday, Tuesday on what's going to happen in the conference and the semifinals and all that other stuff. But excuse me, a little bit under the weather. But Tennessee and New England, I like that game. All right. And one thing about it, the most least competitive game is usually scheduled on Saturday night. All right. People say that's prime time. 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the shitty slot on TV. You know what I'm saying? So this is the game they deem probably be the least competitive game. Prime time on Saturday night is worse because people out there going to the movies, enjoying themselves. So just keep that in mind. They might think this is the least competitive game or less appealing game, even with Tom Brady being in there. But I think it's going to be a competitive game. If you haven't watched the Titans from Tennessee, really good football team. Mike Vrabel, former Patriot player, is the head coach. Ryan Tannehill took over for Marcus Mariota as the quarterback, and it just shows you will get marginalized in the NFL, like Chris Carter say, if you're not in the right system. But let's talk a little bit about New England first. Let's talk about the defense. Is the New England defense really, really good, or did they get bad because the offense has been sputtering? Tom Brady is older. At some point, Father Time got to catch up. What people don't realize is this what happen when you don't put weapons around Brady. He throwing to N'Keal Harry, the rookie out of Arizona State. He ain't been playing that much because he was injured. And he a rookie. Mohamed Sanu, he really ain't caught on to the complex offense. Edelman is the one guy he do got, but really when you strip Edelman down and you put him out there with other receivers, he really not a top 10 receiver. He a beneficiary of playing in the slot in that system. Philip Dorsett, he couldn't even get on the field in Indianapolis and do nothing with Andrew Luck while he was healthy. So, like I said before, no Gronk, Ben Watson, old as hell. Sonny Michel, he ain't lived up to the hype after a good rookie season. James White is really they most, precious weapon with Julian Edelman, and it's just not good enough. And then the offensive line, they really don't ever really have great offensive line. Brady just get the ball out his hand fast. He made guys look good. That's why Nate Soldier sucked in New York and other guys leading New England. It's really down to Belichick and down to Tom Brady. But you got to ask yourself, is the offense hurting the defense, or is the defense never that good to begin with? It's the question. And I think it's a little bit of both. Because when they start playing people, they start losing and people start putting points on them. So Bill Belichick will make the adjustments defensively wise, but can the offense pick it up enough to really get to another gear? I'm never writing off New England, but that's New England pretty much in a nutshell. All right. Tennessee, since Tannehill came in, Derrick Henry took off. You can't be the best running back you want to be without a quarterback being able to throw the ball and be a threat to open up those lanes. When Mariota was in there, Henry, they were stuffing 8-9 in the box. Darren Mariota throw the ball. Now Ryan Tannehill showing people that Miami was just a bad organizational fit. He was a receiver at Texas A&M, converted to a quarterback, and he could play. He making great throws to A.J. Brown, the rookie. They got that tight end. I can't remember his name. Smith. He making some noise. He got some speed. Corey Davis has been a disappointment, though, but I think eventually, hopefully, he'll come around. But Derrick Henry rushed for 211 yards on Houston. Those was basically their backups. But Tennessee got the whole complete package to upset New England. They got Derrick Henry that can run the ball. They got Tannehill that can make some throws down the field. But at the end of the day, I think New England going to squeeze by. I'm going to say like 24-23 3. I'm gonna say New England win on the late field goal, if not even more, because I don't believe that Tennessee got the secondary passing threat. Maybe Deion Lewis or Derrick Henry can do it off the backfield. I think that Tom Brady gonna make enough throws. I think he's gonna make enough throws to win the game. So I'll say 22, 23, 24. I'm gonna say New England win on the late field goal. Now Buffalo and Houston, it's a good game. Had this game been in Buffalo, I got Buffalo big. But you know what? Houston, athletic, Watson, Hopkins. I don't know if Kenny Steele's gonna play or Will Fuller gonna play. If they play, that's gonna bring a different dynamics down there in Reliant Stadium. Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson, they solid. Defensively, they not that good. All right. Bradley Roby came back and filled the void, but Houston's still up and down, man. They're very, very up and down. They're not consistent. I'm not sure what's missing. Is it a marquee running back, a few more offensive linemen? But defensively, I do know what's missing. They're missing that pass rusher, with J.J. Watt, he's supposed to be back. And their secondary, their linebackers not as good as they used to be with Cushion and a few other guys. But Buffalo, I like Buffalo a lot, man. Josh Allen, Singletary, they got Frank Gore still in there running that thing. Receiver-wise, I love John Brown, Cole Beasley. They just need that one Julio or that one Calvin Johnson type of receiver or that one number one. Odell would be a good trade for Houston, man. For Cleveland, man. I know he don't want to be in Buffalo though, but yeah, it's a good game, man. And Buffalo got D. You know what? I like Buffalo. I'm not even gonna hold you up. I love Buffalo in this game. The reason I like Buffalo because Josh Allen gonna make enough plays. Knott's a good tight end. He developing. And I like Buffalo. I don't trust Houston. They're inconsistent. And I think Buffalo and Ed Oliver and, Manny Lawson and all those dudes, they're going to get after Deshaun Watson. But it wouldn't surprise me if Watson rolls above the BS with Bill O'Brien. But I like Buffalo to win this game. I like it 28-23 to win this game. And I like to see Bill O'Brien get fired. All right, going over to the NFC with the Minnesota Vikings and Saints. Saints at home. Don't trust Kirk Cousins. Dalvin Cook injured. The Madison running back was injured. Minnesota got a good defense. They solid. But I like just like Drew Brees now. When I like Kamara, he looking healthier. I think they should bang Latavius Murray a little bit more. I like Jared Cook. The difference is with them is that they don't have that secondary receiver. If they had that secondary receiver that can produce next to Michael Thomas, I think they'd be a runaway freight train to the Super Bowl, especially if they would have kept Mark Ingram. But with Minnesota, just don't trust Kirk Cousins. Like the defense is not elite. The defense is like right outside the elite category in the NFL to me. But New Orleans, I like New Orleans 31-17. I like them big in the Super Bowl. Had it been in the Metrodome, wherever they call it, where they play it now, I think it would have been a little bit closer. But I don't trust Kirk Cousins, and I don't think I'm in the minority there, so I don't have to break down that game. Give me Drew Brees, even if Teddy Bridgewater come in. And they secondary been terrible. I don't know what happened to Xavier Rhodes, but he been terrible. Michael Thomas should break some records that game. He may break some records of games. All right, you got Philly, and you got the Eagles. All right, if you got Philly in versus Seattle Seahawks. All right, Seahawks going to Philly. I think for the second time they won. Philly's so decimated, man. But so is the Seahawks. The Seahawks sometimes have trouble going out east. Like I said, Winston had no receivers. I think Deshaun Jackson might be back. Seahawks defense in transition mode still, developing young talent. But Carson Wentz don't have receivers. But Seahawks defense ain't that strong. Seahawks missing running backs. But you know what, man? Based on this, man, I'm going to take Russell Wilson with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and whoever else he got, his 5th, 6th tight end. I'm gonna pick this off the strength of Russell Wilson. I'm going to say Russell Wilson going to rise above the BS, and he going to win this game. I'm going to say they going to win this game. I'm going to say, depending on the weather, 24-14. I like Russell Wilson going out to Philly, but don't sleep on Philly in that atmosphere. But Philly don't belong in the playoffs. Neither did Dallas, the 8-8 crew. So I like Seattle to advance. So if it go the way I say it's going to go, New England will be the highest seed. So they would play Kansas City at Kansas City. Baltimore would play Houston. So, I'm not going to go into a hella in-depth detail about those games. But Kansas City at New England, their defense has been playing really, really well. I think Mahomes benefited from the bye. I think Tom Brady not getting the bye, not getting the opportunity to rest, having to smash a game plan or smash cram a game plan together. I think my homeboy come out on top. Just slightly, but it's hard to beat the team 2 times in one season. But I like Mahomes. In Buffalo and the Ravens. This time the Ravens at home. Last time Lamar Jackson, he went out there with the white shoulder, so white sleeve, so they can see the football. But I like Lamar to come out on top of that one. But don't sleep on Buffalo, man. They got the defense, so I like Buffalo and Kansas City in the AFC Championship. 2 black quarterbacks. Can't get mad at that. So let's go over here. So if it go the way I'm saying it's gonna go, New Orleans, would be, I think, the highest seed. So they would play Green Bay. And then Seahawks would play the 49ers for a third time. So they split 1-1. So let's talk about New Orleans and Green Bay. This game can go either way because Drew Brees not good outside. He hitting best outside. It's cold. His arm not what it used to be. Green Bay can win the game. But the thing about them, if New Orleans offensive line is healthy, I think Michael Thomas will have a big day versus their secondary. Green Bay really not that good. And I think more Murray to bang up the inside. I think Jared Cook going to want to go back to Green Bay and prove a point. So I'm a slightly favor the Saints to beat the Green Bay Packers and advance to the FC Championship game. Now the Seahawks going to the 49ers. Last time the Seahawks won there. I'm not sure if Russell Wilson can do it again. But one thing I'm saying for sure is that it's hard to beat a team 3 times and beat them twice. Even beat them 3 times. So I think Seattle lost just by the hair. They chinny chin chin. 49ers got a good team, but we yet to see Garoppolo in the playoffs. Seattle did a good job with Homer at running back. That's a tough game to call. I'm going to pick the 49ers just because they're healthier. But wouldn't surprise me if Brother Wilson won. So you got the 49ers and the Saints in the NFC Championship game. And you got the 2 black quarterbacks over there, Kansas City and Baltimore in the NFC Championship game. And I'm going to pick my homeboy. I'm picking my homeboy to go to Baltimore and get the win. Don't ask me why. Lamar Jackson got to show that he proven in the playoffs. I'm going with experience. Kansas City defense getting it together. I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes to get over the hump and defeat Lamar Jackson. I think they're getting healthy at the right time. Their running backs coming back. Sammy somehow still healthy. He hasn't been productive. They got so much speed on there. I think my homeboy used to playing in the elements. I think he get over the hump and beat Lamar Jackson. All right. That's what I think. So I got Kansas City in there, and the 49ers and the Saints. I know Drew Brees going to be looking for revenge. This time they're going to be in 49er land. But you know what, man? Part of me just want Drew Brees to get a ship. Get another ship because they left him off the top 100. But 49ers got a hell of an offense, hell of a defense. But Drew Brees been playing all these weeks getting banged up. But that's a tough one to call. Real tough one to call, man. Like I said, Drew Brees struggled with going outside sometime. But I don't think he had a problem in 49er land. But I'm going to go with the experienced New Orleans Saints. I'm going to say they get over the hump this year. Their fans won't boycott. They won't cry. I said it was the best team in NFC the majority of the year. I like what they bring to the table, man. I do. So I got the Chiefs in the Chiefs and the Saints in the Super Bowl, man. And I think it's going to be a good one. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a real good one. I know the Saints, a lot of people going to want to see Drew Brees get that ship. My homeboy want to get over the hump. Depending on who's going to be healthier, I think it's a good Super Bowl. I'm not sure if that's going to be the Super Bowl, but I'm riding with my homeboy to get it. I'm just saying he's going to be able to expose some of those cornerback issues they got over there. And I just think it don't really matter who win it between the two. To be honest, I'm just going to pick my homeboy, but I want to see Andy Reid get over the hump. For many years, I've seen Andy Reid get whooped on in the NFC Championship game and get whooped on the Super Bowl by Belichick. So I want to see Andy Reid get it, man. Part of me want to see the Big Ten boy Drew Brees get it as well. I really don't care who get it, but I'm gonna pick Kansas City. That'd be my prediction to get the Super Bowl. But I think it's gonna be one of the better playoffs the NFL's seen. I think it's gonna break the ratings jump back up from last year. And I think part of that is that New England's dominance may be over, but don't count New England out until they completely out. Belichick is a mastermind. McDaniels is a mastermind. But, I think it's going to be interesting. I'm hyped. Like I said, go any which way, man. I think it's going to be real, real tight. But if you ask me who I think going to win it, man, it's a crapshoot. Injuries, experience coming to play. Some of these guys don't have experience. Lamar got a little experience last year, struggled. People forgot that. And like I said, man, if I had a dark horse on each side, my dark horse on each side would be Buffalo and Seattle. It wouldn't surprise me. But with Kirk Cousins, I can't trust Cuz. I'm sorry, bro. If they had a formidable quarterback in Minnesota, they probably would be number 1 and 2 seed. They got a good team. And also, if Xavier Rhodes played a little bit better. But hey, I like Kansas City winning off. Just my prediction. I'm better week by week, though. But our weekend picks to clarify is New England, Buffalo, New Orleans, and Seattle to get the dub. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Want more NFL content? Check out our NFL playlist. Other than that, check out our music entertainment, NBA playlist. We got it all. Boxing, MMA, current news. Keep messing with your boys. Share the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. And hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the